Hey, y'all, Purpose Girl here. I'm excited to be on live with you once again, another night. I am I'm excited for this challenge to come to a close. It's been really good and I've been learning how to be grateful and I've been learning how to be faithful. That's the biggest thing. Last night I didn't want to get on. And it turned out to be such a powerful moment for me, and I feel like for anyone who will watch the video, but I didn't want to get on and I was not going to get on. Came in from doing therapy, felt kind of tired and just felt like, does this even really matter? Does what I'm doing even really matter? Is anyone paying attention? And, my husband was like, it's almost time to get on. And I was like, I'm not getting on. And he's like, why? And I was like, because I'm not. And he's like, why? And I was like, because I'm not. And he's like, unpack it. And I was like, no. So I really wasn't going to get on because I'm a little exhausted, not just physically, but I don't even know what to call it because it's not spiritually, because I feel spiritually strong, but yeah, I don't know how to classify it, but I didn't want to get on, and I faithfulness is enough. That's what I kept hearing in my head. Faithfulness is enough. So get on, because if one person watches and one person is blessed, then everything I sent you to do is done. So I'm on again tonight, pushing through. Tonight is 19, day 19. So we have 2 more days, 20 and 21, and then we're done with the challenge. And I really hope that you've been experiencing that 180-degree turnaround in your thinking. I am currently in these moments where I've felt like I can't push through or I don't really have anything to give in the way of encouragement to someone because I'm dealing with my own discouragement, my own fear, my own challenges. God has me editing my book, my 180-degree book, about turning your fear into faith, or turning away from fear to faith. And I'm reading it and it's rebuking me. Stuff that I wrote years ago is rebuking me and encouraging me and building me. And so I just want to encourage you that whatever you're going through, whatever you're experiencing, there is a way to be grateful even in the midst of it. If you really believe that God is working it all out for your good, then it's good. Even when it feels terrible, sucky, awful, it's good because He is working everything for your good and for my good. Today, I was thanked today. I had a student give me a Christmas gift that was really, really nice, like a 365-day devotion for moms. And I love it because I'm a mom and because I love devotional books. I don't know if he knew that. I don't think he knows that because I don't like that's not something I go around sharing. But it was just, a thank you for being my chaplain. And so that felt really good. But today I'm dealing with loss in terms of I have students who have lost loved ones, and that is challenging to walk alongside them in. And it's challenging because it brings up my own feelings about my own loss. And but it also brings up gratefulness because I am here. My husband is still here. My children are still here. My mom is still here. Siblings are still here. Um, all is not lost. And so, even in the midst of grief and walking alongside people in their grief, um, I am grateful for life, my own life, and the lives of others that I love. And on top of that, it's going to sound crazy. It's going to sound crazy to you. I hate that I lost my father 3 years ago, right around this time. I hate that. But I see God's purpose in that. I would not be able to walk alongside my students if I had not experienced that myself, because grief is strange and it's something that you can't understand unless you've experienced it. And even when you experience it, then you know that the way you experience it is unique. So you don't assume that someone else is experiencing it in the way that you are, but you can understand some of the dynamics with grief. And I remember crying out to God and saying to friends, why? Why would God do this? Or why would not why would God do this? Because I never ask that. Sometimes I ask, why would he have allowed this? But I didn't ask that when my father passed. I asked, what's the purpose of this? Because I know God is in control of everything. And I know that he has all power. And I know that he allows things. And I know that if he doesn't want to allow something, then it is not so. And I know that he can heal. And I just remember thinking, what's the purpose of this one, God? I don't get it. I don't understand this. Excuse me. And I don't know if this is his purpose. I don't know, or if this is part of his purpose for it. But I do know that I was one of those people that had no idea what to say when someone lost someone. I was like a jerk, a grief jerk. I would call myself. I would call myself a grief jerk because I was kind of like, sorry, like that's how I felt inside of my. And it's not that I was insensitive. I had no idea what that felt like, and I really felt bad, but I didn't want to pity people because I was like, that can't feel good. Being pitied, that can't feel good. But I didn't know what it really felt like, and I didn't know what to say. And my condolences sound so stupid to me. And so I was uncomfortable, and that's why that's why whatever I was internalizing would feel like, man, you're such a jerk, because I just felt so uncomfortable in the presence of loss and grief, because I knew that I could not for a moment grasp what someone was experiencing. And then now I can. And now I don't say anything. Sometimes I just sit with people in their grief, because I know that when I was in the thick of my grief, there was nothing that anyone could say. And I just needed friends and loved ones to sit with me and maybe listen if I wanted to talk. And so, in the midst of something so horrible, God still gets my glory. He still gets my praise. And I can still say God is good, because even in the midst of loss, there is life and gain. And there is that I can now walk alongside someone and help them through it. That's life. And so I want to encourage you. Don't let any situation make you believe that one, God is not good, and two, there is no good. Because I believe God is working every single thing for our good. And did I see any good to come out of my loss when I was in the thick of it? A year in, 2 years in? No. But last year, right around this time, another student lost her father. And now, again, around this time, a young man has lost his father. And so It took a while for me to see any glimmer of glory for God or good that could come out of loss. But with God, when I lose, I win. I don't understand it. I can't wrap my brain around it. But somehow, no matter what happens in my life, I win. I win. Even when I lose, when I lay my life down and do something for Him that I really don't want to do, that I'm disgruntled about, I see on the back end that I win. And even with my challenges and all the things I'm going through, if heaven is what I gain, then I win. Even if I never win here on earth, I win one day. So even when I lose, I win. And so I just want to encourage you, there is always good. God is always working good from your situation. You may not see it now. And if you are going through something right now at this moment, I want to encourage you. God is working it out for your good. And if you could just hold on and trust Him, I believe that after a while you will see and understand exactly what He is working in your life. I always reference Joseph when I talk about God working good, because if you could just look at his circumstances, none of that looked or felt good, I'm sure. But God was working that thing out for his good, his family's good, all of Egypt's good, anybody around Egypt who wanted to come and buy from Egypt. God was working it out for everyone's good. And I believe that even in the midst of your challenges, He is working it out for your good, for your family's good, for your friends' good, for everybody that is around you and comes in contact with you. I believe He is working it out for everyone's good. And so I just wanted to jump on and see about you tonight, see how you're doing with the challenge. No one is on currently, but if you are watching this in playback, please drop in the comment box how you've been experiencing this challenge. And as we bring it to a close, let me know how it's been. Has it turned your mind around? Have you experienced a 180-degree turnaround, or is there more work to do in your thought life? I have experienced a 180-degree turnaround in that I look for the good in every situation. And for someone who's normally a complainer, naturally a complainer, this challenge has turned my thinking around. And I am so grateful for that. So remember, from Purpose Girl to you, girl, you are free. Now stay free. Have a great night, everyone. See you tomorrow.